So yesterday, Pathoftitans just released a brand new mega update which adds Megalania. You see what I've done there? Mega update, Megalania. I know, I'm such a creative genius. Anyways, today is the whole overview. The timestamps are on the screen now, and if you do enjoy this video, feel free to subscribe. I'm aiming for 9,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Other than that, let's get right into it. So, Megalania has been released into Pathoftitans, and we technically don't have a full overview of the creature yet, so I'm going to talk about this creature as best that I can from what I can find. So basically, the health of this creature currently is very similar to that of Daspletosaurus's, which is absolutely insane. This is what I've been told. However, its raw damage is a lot lower because it has that venom. Speaking of the venom, its venom is very much like Metriacanthosaurus's. It does the same, it drains stamina. However, the venom on Megalania or Megalania does so much more. It lasts so much longer than Metriacanthosaurus's venom, so bear that in mind. The creature also has a secondary attack, which is a tail attack, which costs 250 marks. And speaking of the tail, it also has a Sarcosuchus-like tail with those tails physics and all that, which I absolutely love. I think it's just really cute, and it's just funny at the end of the day. Another thing about Megalania is that if you spec into metabolism, hide, and back limb, you can spec this creature to become a water-based lizard. Basically, you go for the fisher metabolism, which is 1,000 marks, streamlined hide, which is 900 marks, and dive, which is 1,600 marks. Speaking of its diet, it does have 3 different diets which it can have. It's got its standard one, and I believe it has the one where it can eat like bones and stuff, and then it has fisher as well. Now, if it doesn't have the second one that I mentioned, it definitely has fisher and standard. That being said, when I'm talking about this creature in the water, it's not that fast because it can't outswim Spinosaurus. If you want to fully upgrade your Megalania, get every single skin, every single color, every single ability, excluding any home cave stuff, this will set you back 68,300 marks to fully upgrade the creature. But of course, that was a brief overview of Megalania. If I have missed anything out in the comments down below, let me know, so then I can put it in the pinned comment and update you all there. Anyways, guys, I have a little brief overview of Megalania where I showcase all the skins, its animations, and calls. I definitely recommend you watch that video. There are a lot more other updates in this update itself. For example, the abilities menu has been updated. Now, this is basically a small visual update, as these are very minor changes. Basically, now the abilities hotbar showcases pluses in all of the areas, which you can basically add a new ability. This makes it a lot easier for people to recognize that obviously this is where you add your abilities once you've unlocked them, which I definitely see people getting confused over every now and then. Another visual improvement is that it is also more clearly showcases what keys are the abilities for. Basically, it showcases right mouse button, left mouse button, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Of course, you can configure them, and sometimes it won't show you what keys they are, because as you can see in my screenshot of it, you've got 2 ones that don't actually show a button, and that's just extra buttons on my mouse, which it's configured to. Basically, that's all it is for the abilities menu, but let's get into the next part, which is the map. The map has been shortened massively lately, and it's quite a big decrease in the map size. Basically, I'm going to put it on the screen now for you to look at. However, this is basically to combat lag issues. Now, in theory, when you put more people together, it will lag more rather than spreading out. However, the devs want to use this to test and combat the lag so they can figure out what the root of the problem is, and then they can deal with it better. Don't you worry, the map's full size will come back eventually, so for now it's temporary. Anything that is basically outside of the map area will be moved inside of the map area. Now, I have heard that there are some quest issues where you get a quest to go to somewhere like Grassland Lake, but that's out of the map areas, so hopefully that does not happen to you. To add to this, the developers finally said that they have decreased the map size to obviously combat the lag issues, like I said, but they also said it's to prepare for the addition and testing of AI and the increased player counts on servers upwards of 200 players, which is absolutely fantastic. Imagine that. Imagine AI coming sometime like early next year. That's all we need. All we need is AI and nesting, and then we're sorted, and the game will be like almost in pre-release, which I'm very excited for. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Are you happy with the decreased map size, or are you unhappy with it? And tell me why. Next up, we have locational wounds on the game. So basically, when someone attacks a certain body part of a dinosaur, any area of the body, it will show a wound. And basically, it gives you a good indication of where you've bitten someone. So if there's a wound on the tail, you've bitten them on the tail. If there's a wound on the head, you've hit them in the head. And obviously, the bigger the wound is, the more likely it is to be a bigger wound. And obviously, the bigger the wound, the more likely it's to show up as a scar in the future. So a scar is basically something that occurs when your dinosaur heals or your creature heals, but the wound stays there. It's a good way to indicate, obviously, how big of a fight you were in. It's another way to indicate someone who's actually really good at playing the game, because if they're sustaining injuries that big and then surviving and they've got lots, you should be concerned. A good example of this is this Allosaurus picture that is on the screen now. Shows a good example of a scar. You can see that it's very deep, but you can also see it was healing over it. You can kind of see its skin coming through. Obviously, it's not going to fully heal over. One thing that I do want to say, if you die, all of your dinosaur scars go, which means, of course, it allows you to indicate two things. If you see a creature that is covered in scars, it's definitely a creature that is a player who's very, very good at combat, and you should be scared. If you see a creature with no scars at all, it's most likely me, because I am terrible at combat, and yeah. Basically, though, I think this is really nice. I love this. It's way better than the previous damage indication system, and I also like the fact that scarring is something that they had on the bottom of their list, and now it's here, like a little treat, and I really like that a lot. The tutorial cave has been getting a lot of feedback lately, and now it's been improved. Basically, the developers have made it a lot easier, a lot intuitive for newer players to learn everything. It basically gives good examples of stuff, and it does indicate stuff as well for new players. Now, I will have a video that showcases this where I'm playing through it on the screen now while I'm talking, because it's a better way to showcase what the tutorial cave is like now. That being said, the developers did also add a new quest which will allow you to discover your home cave itself and show you how to use your home cave. And now, I haven't had a look at this quest just yet, so bear that in mind. I haven't looked at it yet. I don't know actually what this quest is, but that being said, this quest does not include Turtle Island's home cave, because not every single dinosaur can get to Turtle Island. The tutorial cave has been fully revamped. There's now quests for movement, how to dive. It's got like annotations for certain things to tell you what abilities are and how to purchase them and add new ones. It definitely makes it a lot easier and a lot nicer overall, which I really like. And finally, server hosting is now in the game. You, yourself, yes, you can make your own server and host it in Path of Titans using Alderon Games servers, which they have suggested. Of course, these are companies that host servers that are tied to Alderon Games. This also means anybody who was testing out Alderon Games servers, like helping the devs test community servers like me, have to change over onto a new provider now and have to start properly paying for a server, because originally these people had them for free to test out and help manage community servers, and now that the update is here, we have to make sure that we are on our own servers. Essentially, you can create your own server that will appear in the community servers tab. That can be pretty much however you want it. It can also be through however you want it as well, any hosting site like Hetzner or any other thing that the game recommends itself. That being said, these are expensive, especially for a bigger server. However, if you are interested, I definitely recommend you check them out, get one for yourself. Maybe if you just want to play with friends, host a deathmatch server, or you want to try your hands at a really big server, I recommend it. Anyways, are you going to be making a server? Let me know in the comments down below. And there we have it. That is everything that was announced recently in the brand new update that has just came to Path of Titans. Now, this was the total overview. Let me know how I've done here, because I'd love to know your feedback and everything like that. But other than that, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are new and want to be kept in the loop for everything dinosaur game news related, let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.